What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. Big shout out to my doggy, Darren Hooson, for coming through and boosting up the coin. So, we got a bit of a different one for you, man. Who ain't no? Dave Allen. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. He's reeled me back in. Dave Allen versus Johnny Bash Fisher. It's not a massive fight, but listen, I'm locked in for it. Yeah, there's been a building narrative recently in the game. To be fair, Dave Allen hasn't been the most committed, but the recent narrative has been the new school dudes don't really know what's up. And in fact, I watched Mark Tibbs. Mark Tibbs had a fighter, lanky dude. He was meant to be one of the next things coming up. He got in there with some old school Latvian dude and he beat the brakes off him. So, Ben Whittaker, Liam Cameron's like an old school type dude-esque, right? Beat the brakes off him. And yes, Johnny Bash, he looks good. In there with Alan the Cabbage Babbage. Yeah, Alan Cabbage. Come on now. Alan Cabbage. Yeah, okay, you look good against Alan the Cabbage Babbage. Coming in like this leaky deaky. Do you understand, people? But Dave Allen, he knows his way around the ring. His problem is he don't let his hands go. He's defense first kind of thing. It's worth a punt. Dave Allen's got kids now. He's got something to fight for. He's not just fighting for 2-2 Kinahan. Yeah, when you're people, let's call it a spade. When you're fighting for the Kinahan, it's not the same when you got the kids to feed. See that one there? Yeah. When you're looking at payday, saying, "Oh, I'm making 20 grand. Oh, look, that's 200 bags of gear on the way." You're not doing the math. Oh, wait, if I have 4 bags of gear on the weekend, that get me going for a whole year. That's the maths Dave was doing off 20. If he can make 20 grand fight purse, he's doing the maths. 20 grand, if I get paid 20 grand in that fight, that means for the next 50 weeks I can have two I can have a few grams of gear per week. That's the mindset he was in. Now he's trying to put on for his kids. Is it going to make a difference, people? If anyone can flop, it's Dave Allen. He knows how to flop. He knows how to build people up and flop. But he's sold it to me. And he's a 10-1 underdog. And at 10-1, I'm putting a tenner on. Might even put 20 on Dave Allen. Johnny Bash, he should win. Johnny Bash should win, but I get the same feels as I've been getting with Ben Whittaker. These guys look great until they're in there, and it might not be Dave Allen. Dave Allen, who's saying Dave Allen's going to be the one to put it on him? He should do. If Dave Allen does put it on him, it's a fair fight, is the point I'm making. Even if Dave Allen puts it on him, I'd still say Johnny Bash is the favourite, because he's too young, too quick. Probably more powerful as well. But still, it's worth a punt at 10-1. Anyway, let's get to the bars from Dave. And this is part of the reason, a bit like Mike Tyson the other day, why I've been convinced. Dave's always been good at selling it, though. He was selling it before the David Price fight, saying that Dave's a plumber from Liverpool. So, we'll see. Anyway, here's the bars from Dave.
Just to be the best I can be, really. I'm not boxing at the highest level. I've boxed at a much higher level. This is a winnable fight. That's how I see it. I could have probably boxed Italma, could have boxed a few other names, but I didn't see them as winnable. Johnny Fisher fight, yeah, I can beat him. I fully expect to beat him. They give me 12 weeks notice, I think they're mad me. 12 weeks notice. I said, you what? 12 weeks notice, what's Johnny Fisher? Sound, I'll beat him.
Are they underestimating you, and is he not as good as people are saying he is?
Johnny Fisher's not as good as they think he is now. No, you know what? Johnny Fisher knows what he is. Johnny Fisher's super intelligent. Johnny Fisher knows Eddie and whoever's around him, they think he's better than he is. I'm not saying that he won't be very good, but he's at the moment.
You've sparred each other in the past. He talks about you kicking his ass back then, but he learnt a lot from that. What did you take from it?
He was a tough kid. He was tough and strong, and I said at the time, I said he'll do well, this kid. I beat him up, but I beat loads of people up. I beat up better boxers than me. It's sparring, as you know yourself. I beat up some champions as well, but I never managed to beat him on the night. So yeah, this fight, like a lot of people saying I'm short, I'm finished, I'm this and that. I never ever say I'm going to win fights because that's just not in my character. But
does that motivate you though?
I'll beat Johnny Fisher. I'd never say publicly that I'll beat anybody. That's not my demeanour. I never carry myself that way. I'll beat Johnny Fisher. Give me 12 weeks notice to box, who in my eyes is a bit of a novice. He says he's going to train hard, he's going to do this and that. He's not on my level. This is boxing ability. People can say what they want about me. Give me 12 weeks notice. There's not another way in the world I won't give him a hard night.
It sounds like the worst thing you could have done was give you 12 weeks, mate, because your mindset has been different to what I've seen in...
Now, let me get to this narrative of the 12 weeks thing. I never understood this. I understand that once you know who you're fighting, you can lock in. You should be in the gym like you're... That's what Floyd was doing. Yeah? The top fighters, you should be in the gym. Yes, you can super duper condense once you've got a fight date. But you should be in the gym. That's your job, man. It's not, oh, get off the couch once the contract comes in. You want to have a rolling start. So I worry for Dave's, to be fair, he said he's been in the gym and been around and whatever else before this 12 weeks came up. But the focus on the 12 weeks, it shouldn't really make a difference like that. You should have a rolling start. You already got your base fitness and then you're locking in for 12 weeks. It shouldn't be, oh, I've got 12 weeks. That means I've got 8 weeks to get fit. It's not enough, ultimately, folks. No other sport, apart from boxing, is it acceptable to have 8 weeks and you're fit. No other sport. In athletics, in swimming, you train years and years on end. Michael Phelps didn't have a day off, essentially, apart from like a Sunday every week kind of thing. Michael Phelps was in training into the Beijing Olympics. He was in training for like 8 years straight. Didn't miss, even on Christmas Day he was training. You get the compounded gains. Maybe that's extreme, you may argue. What we know for sure is having 3 months off and training for 8 or 12 weeks is not going to get you to peak fitness. Never. Could never happen. It's a fact. But that said, I mean, it's done now. YB, you've talked to you. Listen, I think Johnny Fisher, he'll be in the gym. Johnny Fisher will be treating this like a job, to be fair to him. I don't think Johnny Fisher is having 3 months off and just bumming around. He'll be taking this like an athlete. So the fitness, and I guess it's all leaning towards Johnny Fisher, really. But the fact Dave's confidence is massive in this game. That's a fact. And you have confidence. Dave's punched him up in sparring. Yes, it was years ago, but he punched him up in sparring. Dave believes his league's above. I guess the problem is, once that first bell goes, and you feel the twitch of the Romford Bull, and you feel the twitch of Johnny Bash, that's when you'll find out what's really good, right? In them 10-ounce gloves. If Dave Allen feels the twitch of Johnny Bash, it could be a bit of it could go left for him. But listen, how many fights has Dave Allen been in that have gone left? It won't be the first time he's been there. And again, I like backing people who are fighting for something. Ben Whittaker's not really fighting for nothing. Johnny Bosch, he looks like a middle class type. He ain't really university head. He ain't really fighting like that. Yeah, Liam Cameron, he ain't got nothing. Liam Cameron ain't got nothing else to do. Yeah, he's either clocking into universal credit or he's fighting. Dave Allen, same situation essentially. He's either doing diploma from Romford, some serious arm, or he's clocking into universal credit on the sick. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Dave Allen he'll be on the sick for mental issues. That's what his PIP claim will be. His PIP claim will be mental health. You best believe it. Those are his options. There's no other options for him. And I like backing fighters like that, especially at 10-1. Liam Cameron was 10, 15-1 the same way. Anyway, let's get some more of these bars before I finish off.
Drive a diesel Jaguar or Land Rover?
Oh, what's going on, mate? He's always got the moody ads, man. No one interested in the rubbish.
Sparred Tyson Fury, but he's a 25-year-old kid who's never shot, and I was the young kid coming through. It's the same thing.
Young 32, actually.
I'm 32, but the thing is, it's like when I boxed David Price, he was finished, he was shot, and I was the young kid coming through. It's the same thing. Like Johnny Fisher's smarter than me. Like he's switched on, but he's a 25-year-old kid who's never boxed anybody. He's gonna get the shock of his life when he starts trying to hit me. He won't hit me. That's the thing. I boxed Dylan White, boxed Luis Ortiz, Tony Yoka, David Price, Lucas Brown. I sparred Tyson Fury, sparred Anthony Joshua 500 rounds. I've never been on the floor because he cannot hit me. Johnny Fisher will get the shock of his life.
Listen,
when he comes out and tries to start. When he starts to try and me, he will have the shock of his life. Wow, he doesn't realise. I'm not. I don't look like a world beater. Try and with something. Oh God, I cannot wait for him to start trying to take my head off.
Man's oozing confidence for.
So there you go then. This is definitely, it's only talk at this point. And again, we'll know what's really up when them shots start flying. Yeah? When Johnny Bash starts letting them hands off, we'll see what Dave really cooking in there. He's implying that I can't wait for him to load up. And that is what a lot of these new age guys do. That other Mark Tibbs fighter who came out the other week, the lanky one, and got beat. He looked really stinging for a few rounds. Same as Ben Whittaker. These new age guys, and I think Johnny Fisher might be the same. They're used to going in there clowning on people or mowing straight through them like Alan the Cabbage Babbage. If you're able to have a bit of nous about you, stay calm, rock and roll, when they're gassed, when that Twitch runs out, when that amateur 3 rounds Twitch runs out, and they're left with actually having to fight, I'm sceptical of what the Romford Bull is fighting for. I am. Sceptical. Bottom line. And we're going to find out, hopefully. I just hope, Dave, my advice to you is I'm backing you. Leave it all out there, man. Don't have no excuses. Don't say, go out, spark on your back. All this claim, I've never been knocked out before. Get knocked out trying to win is my advice to you. There's no point leaving it in there. Dave's always conservative, like trying to get... Essentially, when Dave wants to lose, he just tries to get stopped on his feet. It's kind of like, go out swinging, man. Let them hands go. Dave said it in one of his videos before. I've got to let my hands go. You've got to let your hands go. Bottom line, you got to forget about self-preservation and get in there. Yeah? And Dave's implying when the Romford Bull is swinging off, he can't wait for him to do that so he can dip in, rip up. Obviously, it sounds great, doesn't it? Dip, bash! It sounds great. End of the day, man, Dave's an experienced wily vet. He should know what to do or not to do. He caught Lucas Brown's no good. He ain't got no twitch, but he caught Lucas Brown to the body, stopped him. Yeah, Lucas soft body. So more power to Dave. Let's see what the odds are. I think the odds are about 10-1 still. David Allen. Oh, scrap it. Anyway, take my word for it. It's about 10-1. I'll do a video. Yeah, it's about 10-1, 9-1. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. I'm backing Dave Allen here. Come on, Dave. Go in there and give it a good go. Yeah, don't leave no if, buts, or maybes, or coulda, shoulda, wouldas. That's what your career has been kind of underpinned by coulda, shoulda, wouldas. Oh, I could have done this. I should have done that. No, leave it all out there now. You've had the maximum time. You're saying he's sweet. He smells sweet. That's what the underlying theme of this video was. Johnny Fisher, you smell sweet, man. You taste sweet. He even said, I don't want Moses at Talma. I want you because you're sweet. So he sees someone in Johnny Fisher. But then again, Mikey Garcia said he saw something in Errol Spence, and we know how that went. This could really be pretty similar to Errol Spence versus Garcia. Garcia talked a whole bunch. He got in the fight and he didn't see nothing. He was in there self-preservating. And Dave Allen could easily do the same after you feel some of the hands from Johnny Bash. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, like off the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this one, people. Stop it.